tonight is going to be so fire. Send a text, send a reminder to everybody on your team. They do not want to miss this call. It is going to be out of control. I have so much to share with you guys. We have new Jewel rank ups that are going to be sharing. It is going to be absolutely amazing. Who is excited about double credits for Cancun? Who is excited? Put Cancun in the chat. If you are going to Cancun, you've already earned it. Where are all my Cancun girls? And well, we have guys too, girls and guys, everybody, right? So if you have earned Cancun, put it in the chat. And this is what I want to ask you. If you have already earned Cancun, who are you going to help earn Cancun and go with you? Because it is so fun to go with friends. So find you guys some people that you can help earn this trip, because it is absolutely doable in the next 15 days. I love it. Whitney says, Katie's coming with me. Yay. And welcome to all of our new people on tonight. Welcome, welcome. If this is your very first Monday motivation. All right, I just realized it's not officially 8:30, so I'm not going to officially start. But if you're here early, you get you get a little early motivation. All right, you guys, we're going to get everybody on, and we're going to do a little recognition to start us out, and then we're going to get to hear from our guest speakers. It was basically a knockout November to remember, make money November. It was just out of control, and I can't even tell you guys. I mean, I will tell you, first of all, I have never been more excited about this opportunity, about what we have here with Plexus, and about this team. You know, 8 years in, you guys, and we are still blowing the roof off of everything. And it's just absolutely incredible. So, all right, let's see. Hang on one second. Let me share my screen. Everybody's coming in. Hang on. Let's see if I can multitask. Okay. All right, so we're going to start here. I am so excited. Y'all saw I put this graphic all over social media because it just represents, you guys, families having extra, being able to give extra in the holiday season. We had 100. So first of all, our goal was 100. We hit 100, and then I'm like, it's time for a new goal. And so we ended up, I said, let's hit 200. We didn't hit 200, but we hit 147 Christmas cash earners. So huge congratulations. Give yourselves a big round of applause. And, you know, that's 147 families that have been blessed because of Plexus. So what are you going to do with your Christmas cash? Put it in the chat. Let me see if I can pull up the chat with all of this at the same time, because I got to see. I want to know, what is everybody doing with your Christmas cash? Put it in there. Christmas presents. Yep, Maddie, absolutely. Buying things for the new house. Yes. Paying for passports. I love it. Presents for your son, Disney passes. You guys, how awesome is that? How blessed are we to have this absolutely incredible opportunity? All right, let's see. Let's do a little recognition. Huge congratulations on all of our silver and senior silver rank ups. So excited for you guys. Where is my other rank up graphic? I'm going to have to send it to the chats, because we have new rubies, we have new senior golds, and so I'm going to have to send that. I don't know why it's not here. Congratulations to everybody that added at least one new customer this month. And here is our leader board. So excited. You guys, look at all of these people in the 20s. Holy cannoli. Whitney, 20 new customers this month. Autumn, 26. Autumn and Angel and Amanda, you guys are triplets, all with 26 new VIP customers this month. And Bethany Price is at the top with 28 new customers. Congratulations, Bethany. You are number one. Absolutely incredible. All right, you guys. So here's the deal. Well, first of all, I know we sometimes have a little bit of a end of the month hangover on the first, but there is no time for that. It is time to rally, because we still have 10% and free shipping today only. Plexus is not going to extend that. You absolutely need to go ahead and close up everybody from last month that hasn't already ordered, anybody new in the funnel, and that ends at midnight, okay? Now, on top of that, our annual Jewel Favorite Things Christmas party is coming up. I think this is maybe our 5th year. It's one of my absolute favorite things that we do all year. All of the jewels give away something, and we share, and it's our Christmas party. It's so much fun. So the way you go into the drawing is you have to enroll 3 VIPs with 100 PV by the 15th, okay? And you're going to actually get 1 entry for every 3, okay, that you enroll by the 15th. So we are super excited about this. And like I said, it is time to lock in, you guys, and run with this in the next 15 days. All right. So super, super excited about that. I'm sorry about, I don't know where my other rank up graphic is, but I'm going to post all of these here. I'm just going to read them out loud because everybody deserves to have the recognition. And I don't know where it went. All right. While I am doing that, we're going to stop sharing here. And hang on, you guys. All right, let me just share with you guys the other rank ups that happened. All right, where are we? Okay, so we have new golds: Amanda, Elaine, Shelby, Brittany, Jenny, Amanda, Sarah, Tessa, Hannah, Aaron, and Lindsay. Congratulations. New senior golds: Emily, Caitlin, Bethany, Destiny, and Whitney. New rubies: Kay, Brittany, and Julie. So huge congratulations to all of you guys. So absolutely incredible. All right, you guys, are y'all ready? We have some new jewels in the house. I got to update. I say that we have almost 40 6-figure earners on our team. I don't know. We got to update how many we have. We have a lot now. We got a lot. We might even be over 40, which is so exciting. So I am so excited for you guys to hear from these women. And I'm going to have Mom, brand new Sapphire, start us out and introduce her 2 incredible women that ranked on her team Emerald. So Mom, you want to introduce?
Sure. Well, I am so excited to introduce to you this power team. I mean, this is mother-daughter duo. And when I tell you they are powerful, let me just say, you won't even know what hit you after you hear from them. And I am just so proud of them, so honored to get to work with them. And who's going first? Miss Peggy Edwards Link, brand new Emerald, and Autumn Swanhart, mother daughter. Take it away.
Awesome.
Oh my goodness. I'm so nervous.
Hello, everybody. I'm Autumn. This is my mom, Peggy. And Mom, how long have you been using Plexus and sharing with Plexus?
July 3rd of 2023.
So she started in July 2023. I started in November of 2023. So that was an amazing 2-year anniversary present for me, ranking up. It has been a goal of mine since we started. And so, Mom, what is one thing that you're really proud of from November? I know it was crazy, but what are you most proud of?
One thing I'm really proud of is getting to walk the stage with my Autumn, my daughter.
Oh.
I know, you're going to make me cry. Don't.
And I know you were saying you were just so happy being able to bless all these people. She worked her little tushy off. And yeah, she kept talking about the whole time. Like, Mom, what are you most excited about once we reach Emerald? And I had a celebratory massage today. Marianne was like, book that. And I was telling her, I'm like, my mom's just excited to walk the stage and hold my hand as we walk the stage together. So it's really sweet. So Mom gets very nervous talking. So I'm going to kind of take it over and just share some tips with you guys. So first of all, if anybody right now is feeling discouraged or just like, I want you to know I get it. I have been there, and it is just such a bittersweet moment for me. So in March of 2024, so I started in November, March of 2024, I ranked Ruby, and I was so excited, but then I quickly started going backwards. And September, when Rising Leader Retreat earnings start, I was at 185 points. So I went from Ruby all the way down to gold. And mindset, my team will tell you, I talk about all the time. Mindset, mindset, mindset. Guys, truly, mindset is everything. Yeah, see, Emily, she's like mindset, because if they even start talking, I'm like, no, 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 we're not doing that. We're going to think positive. How can we get through it? How can we keep moving forward? So September, my mindset was not great, and I was excited to earn the cruise that everybody went to last year, and I did earn we both did earn the cruise last year, but we earned it at like the end of December, and we got our congratulatory email. We were both so excited, and then we got another email saying, hey, the ship is full. You're probably not going to go. And I had my bags packed until literally like the week before, just like holding on to hope.
And she always waits the last minute.
Yeah, but I was excited and I didn't get to go. And when I tell you, that took everything out of me. I was super bummed. I really wanted to go, and I would say I worked hard, but I'll be honest with you, my mindset wasn't there, and I could have done better, but I just procrastinated. So I when everybody was on the cruise, I was like, all right, I'm going to focus, and I'm going to go very quickly through this because I have a lot more I want to share. So I was 185 in September. January, I was even lower at 166. February, while everyone was on the cruise, I'm like, okay, I got to get my butt in gear. I ended February at 225. By May, I re-ranked Ruby. Then September, I ranked Senior Ruby. And then from October to November, my points doubled. And I promise you guys, the only thing that changed is my mindset and my determination to just push forward. You're going to get ghosted. You're going to have horrible days. You're going to have people quit on you. And I get the chills because my own sister quit on me after I ranked Ruby. Like, the people closest to you will sometimes quit on you. And we can either sit in it and we can sulk in it, or we can say, that's okay. I'm going to find somebody else who needs this and who wants this, and I'm going to put my energy there. And even with November, poor Marianne and Joanne, they are angels. And Trisha, they are angels.
Thank you.
So I'm like, guys, I'm freaking out. And control the controllable and just focus on what you can do. Marianne be like, all right, Autumn, what are you going to do? Okay. So just focus on what you can control, which is yourself, and be positive and push forward. Now, I'm going to share a little bit about how our team completely doubled in points. Cassie, you inspired me it must have been like October. I watched your messenger party video, the playback, like twice, and I took a bunch of notes. I would do messenger parties before, and it would be kind of like a box, like just checking a box. There was no interaction. I was posting everything, moving on, and I'm like, these are stupid. This is a waste of my time. But I saw how successful she was, and I'm like, okay, let me switch things up a little bit. So I'm going to go through what the team did, and then I'll share very quickly some of the things that we did for the messenger parties. So we booked 55. It is not about, you might think this person's going to have a great party. I had many of those. This person is going to have a great party. It's going to go well. And then I had random people who weren't even VIPs, who were just doing me and the team favors, who we got like 7, 8 orders from. So never prejudge. Ask everyone. The more, the better. There were nights we were having like 6 parties a night. So I booked 45, that me and the team, we booked 45 parties. We had about 45 of them because some people, like if they weren't adding anybody, or, we're like, okay, we just canceled and we did 3-way chats instead. From those, we got 52 new VIPs, probably more, but 52. I did my best to keep track. And then from those, we scheduled another party, or we tried to, from everyone. So we got 17 parties scheduled and then we would just do the same thing. From those, we got 1 new brand ambassador, 8 new silvers, 3 new senior silvers, 1 new gold, and my girl Caitlin, who just ranked up, started the month as a silver and ranked all the way up to senior gold in 1 month. So what I have really focused on is the connection. Like I said before, it was very much just checking the box. So I would find somebody to host, and then we would make the party only 24 hours in advance. Oh, Caitlin's on. Yay, Caitlin. We would make the party 24 hours in advance because we wanted to create that momentum. We didn't want them just sitting there like chilling. And as each person, I would tell them, like, my one rule is you have to ask them before you add them. So these people know they're getting added in. As we're adding each person in, we're saying, hey, Samantha, hey, Shelby, and we're interacting, which is something I did not do before. And then the day of the party, I might go in and be like, hey, how do you guys know Candy? Let's talk about it. Oh, I know her from school. We went to high school together. And then we're connecting that way, and we're kind of just all mingling before the party starts. And then I would have the hostess create 3-way parties, but I wouldn't jump right in with Plexus. Like, oh my goodness, I'm so excited. I would ask a question that we weren't already asking in the chat and connect with them. And then I would say, what are you excited to hear about tonight? What are you excited to learn? And then I was able to get their goals without them really knowing. And then I use, I think it's one that Jen Cobb made in the collective group. Very short, simple. I don't think it's necessarily about the content. It's more about the connection. So we would post everything, and then we're right back in the 3-way chats answering questions. So we had 3 goals going into this. And the first goal, can you guys still see me? Did I freeze?
You're good.
Okay, sorry, my screen is frozen. We had 3 goals. First one is make connections. Make connections with everybody. That was huge for us. The second goal is we want at least 1 order. And I did what oh my goodness, Cassie said, and I would go in and we would do the giveaways, and then I'd say, oh my goodness, this so-and-so just ordered. They just helped their friend out. She got 10 entries in the giveaway. And then if we got down to where there's 2 and we needed 1 more, I'd be like, oh my goodness, Susie only needs 1 more. Who's going to help her out? We'd have like mother-in-laws and moms like, okay, let me help them out. And we had so many people go silver that way. And then the third was getting them to host a party. And for me, me and my team have found if I mention hostess rewards or if I mention money at all, it would kind of scare people away. So what we would do, someone would order and I would say, oh my goodness, Susie, I have the biggest favor. Would you host a party like this for Candy? You don't have to do anything at all except invite friends. I will do everything, but it would be such a blessing to her, and she would be so appreciative. And she's obviously in the chat too. And then I'd be like, girl, go in there. And she'd be like, yeah, friend, it'd be great. And then they would agree. And then we would set up the date, and then we would do it all over again. And we had some people who weren't even VIPs, who were just doing it as favors, who we got like 7, 8 orders from. But the biggest thing is it is about connections and just being super intentional. And it's about the quantity too. I mean, I know 45 is a lot, but if you can train the rest of the team to be able to do their own, it's definitely doable. And just don't get discouraged, because listen, if I showed you all the zeros I have where we got 0 orders and 0 parties booked, and I'm like, what the heck just happened? But we had so much momentum. And the great thing is, these people who went silver, I then added in my chat. We would ask them, of course, and then we would add them in the chat. And then we have such a great community of women. Everyone will welcome them in, and some have got so inspired to where they just shot off. Like I said, we got senior silvers, we got golds, we got senior golds, and people who are like, no, I don't want to do this, are now inspired and like, well, that was easy. And we're just multiplying like crazy. So That's how we did the dang thing, right, Mama?
That's how they did the dang thing, you guys. And I saw it like Autumn would take a
Party
screenshot of her
queens.
computer with her spreadsheet, and it was like color coded and tracked it. And so I hope that's inspiring. Cassie, girl, like you just lit a fire, and this whole Emerald team just took everything you did and ran with it. So you should feel really good about that.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I mean, seriously, it was the Cassie strategy. I mean, it's going to be like a thing, right? Yeah. They watched the video and booked 55 parties.
I was like, Molly, can you add me into one of those? And I'm like, oh, that's doable. That's so simple.
Yeah. So, you guys, who's excited? And so now, Autumn, what is your goal for this month? Because they're not stopping.
We're not stopping. So that's the other thing, guys. Keep the momentum. When I hit Ruby, I was like, okay, I'm going to take a breather. We're just going to chill. We just worked our booties off. No, keep the momentum. You can ask my team who's in here all day today. I'm like, guys, I know it's the first, but we're starting all over. You got to keep it going. So we had 55 this month. Our goal is 100. Emily already has 5 booked. I think Britt has 3 booked. We already have almost 10 booked today. But the goal is for all of us to book 100, and then we'll see who actually sticks, because like I said, they don't all go through. But don't judge. Don't there are people who are, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're gonna have an amazing party, and then it wouldn't. And then there were random people who weren't even VIPs who killed it. So don't be a blessing blocker. You never know. Ask everybody. And girl, I didn't believe in messenger parties before either until this month. I am a new believer.
I know. I love it. Oh my gosh, Autumn. Thank you so much for sharing. I love it. I love it. All right, you guys, to round us out tonight, I am so excited to introduce you to new Sapphire, my mom, Joanne Bertolin, and she just absolutely killed it. They actually ended up, I think, almost 3,600 points. In November, which is just absolutely crazy. So they are diamond bound for sure. And so we are just so excited. So Mom, take it away.
Well, thank you, Marianne. And let me just say, what you just heard, the momentum that you just heard from Autumn and Peggy, that is what happened all over my team. And can I just say, best team ever? Let me just tell you this. We ended, I just have to take it to 300. It's 299, 299 new VIPs and 31 rank ups and 46 new brand ambassadors. And we had not only rank ups, but we had best month ever and best highest points ever. And I am so proud of this team. I'm so thankful. It is, I never dreamed 2.5 years ago that all of these beautiful people, including this beautiful community, would be in my life. And I'm so, so grateful. So oh, wait a minute. Oh, I would never be here if it wasn't for my beautiful daughter, Marianne, who kept me on the products for 7 years before no, wait, 5 years before I started sharing. And her sponsor, Trisha Rager. Where is Trisha? I can't see her face. Where is Trisha? These 2 leaders, I just have no words. Their inspiration, their belief, their courage, their support. I felt like as I was going through this month that I had them on both arms. And they were probably like, quit hanging on so tight. But I'm so grateful, Marianne and Trisha. So my journey started 7 years ago after I had 2 thyroid cancer surgeries. I can say it here, right? It's okay. Can't say it on a corporate call, but I did have papillary thyroid cancer, which was a huge surprise and rocked our world. And I had not 1, but 2 surgeries. After the surgery, I had all the things. I felt terrible. I was depressed. I was gaining weight. Marianne started me on Triplex. Triplex has been my best friend for 7 years. And Marianne was like, well, Mom, you could kind of share. You love these products, but I could not because I wasn't retired. I was a top leader in another direct selling network marketing company. And so I couldn't. And so I just kept taking the products and loving it. Well, 2.5 years ago, Marianne invited me to convention in Nashville to babysit Sadie, who was 14 years old. And not really, but she says she was not trying to recruit me. And I think I kind of believe her, I'm not sure. But I went and I'm like, well, this will be fun. And I sat in the convention. And as I sat there, no, none other than John Maxwell, who you have to know my history with him. I mean, not like that, but he is my mentor, my favorite speaker, and he trained directors in my other business. And I've read all his books, I taught all his books, and he took the stage. And I'm like, wait a minute. He is teaching his heart out, and he's older than I am. And I sat there thinking, have I aged out? Because I missed that leadership piece. I missed doing that. Even though I was fine, I wasn't looking for anything, I didn't think. And so when we left there, I can't remember exactly how it all went down. I think we were on the airplane, and I said, Marianne, I want to do this. And then so it was July 4th weekend, and Marianne's like, okay, well, you have to do a post. You have to go live on Facebook. Well, you guys, I had been off of social media for like 5 years. And so the only branding that I had was from my other business. And so when I started this, I was so nervous. I'm like, oh my goodness, what are they going to think? Oh my goodness, am I going to get in trouble? Even though I was retired, so it was fine. But because I have this addiction called people and addicted to what they would think of me, it kind of slowed me down for a minute. So Marianne made me post, and I thought, okay, that's good, great. All right. And then she said, now you got to do it again. And you got to do it again. So when I tell you that I not only came out of retirement, I stepped out of my comfort zone like I had no idea. Listen, you guys, at my age, I didn't think there were any more comfort zones to step out of. I've been stepping out of comfort zones for 30 years. Why do I have to do it again? Well, this is what happened. So I did my live, things blew up. I ranked Emerald in 8 months after starting. And I was super excited. And I thought, this is great. Okay, next month we're going Sapphire. Yes, come on, everybody, we're going Sapphire. And then the next month we'll go Diamond, right? No, it didn't happen that way. And this is what I want you guys to know. I'm just going to be really transparent. I ranked Emerald. I'm not sure I totally understood what just happened. I knew I loved helping people, and I knew I wanted to build something really significant. I believed God had called me to that. I ranked Emerald, and then I did not rank again the next month. The next month. For 12 months, I didn't rank. And Marianne will be my voucher. I didn't stop working. I worked just like I worked to get to Emerald. I kept working. And I would say to Marianne, what am I not doing? What is not happening? Why am I not going forward? And one day she said to me, Mom, in your other business, you were the queen of recruiting. You earned diamonds for recruiting. When are you going to start doing that in Plexus? And I was like, what do you mean? And she went on to say, you are leading with the products, which is great. I mean, I could share the products with anybody. I believe in them so much. And I really don't understand why everybody in the world isn't on Triplex. That's how I felt about it. But you guys, I was not leading with the business. I was not talking about the business. Oh, I'd kind of tiptoe around a little bit. You want a little extra income, maybe. Oh, no, not really. Just kidding. I wasn't loud and proud because I was scared. And I had been in this business for 30 years and I was scared. what in the world was wrong with me? And that's what I felt. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And Marianne just kept in my ear, Mom, you've got this. You can be loud and proud. And so we were getting close to qualifying for the extravaganza. And I had, I think, 4 months down and one to go. Or maybe, no, because you had to do 5 months. And I think I was missing 2 months. And Marianne's like, that's okay. You can rank Sapphire in July and still go. And so we announced it. I went for it. It didn't happen. And I thought, well, it's okay. I don't really want to go to Alaska anyway. It'll be fine. Until my daughter, Marianne, invited my middle daughter, Amy, and they went to Alaska together. And I didn't go. And I watched it from a distance. And I tried to convince myself that it didn't matter. But I'm going to tell you guys, it was a turning point for me because at one point I sat there having a pity party, feeling so sorry for myself. And I even had the thought, maybe I'll just let it go. They can just go have fun. Maybe I just will let the business go. Look how long I've been in and I haven't done anything. That's how I felt. It wasn't true, but that's how I felt. And of course, with Marianne, you have to be super careful. You cannot let her know your feelings. You cannot let her know that you're really down because she's going to fix it. And she was in Alaska, so I couldn't really let her know. But my daughter Amy knew, and she knew how upset I was and how sad I was. And I was watching, and I was super happy for them. But I was pretty devastated. Okay, so let's see. When I realized I wasn't going, I tried to convince myself it was okay. And then Marianne said to me, Mom, do you remember what you used to do in your other business? It was called the Perfect 10. And it was booking and holding 10 parties in a week. Well, in a month, but if you really wanted to be on fire, in a week. And so she's like, why don't you do that? I dare you. She's like, in fact, I think we were going to do it together. Did you ever finish that, Marianne? I don't know if she did, but I did. And okay, that was, so I didn't make it in July. So here comes August. I booked and held the Perfect 10. I asked every scary VIP, I asked my customers, you guys, my VIP customers to be hostesses. And that Perfect 10 turned the trajectory of my business. And from that Perfect 10, holding parties. Now, that is nothing. Autumn holds 110 parties, but I did the 10 and it started the momentum. And every month from there, we increased and we increased and we increased. And I got loud and proud about the business because I realized, it really doesn't matter what other people think about me. The only thing that matters is what my family, my husband, and God. And so I got loud and proud. I not only got loud and proud, you guys, but my husband every day was like, Joanne, this business, this comp plan, there is none like it. And he was super happy because, he's a retired preacher and he doesn't have any retirement money. And so he's like, girl, go. And he's always been super supportive. But I began to share more on social media and I began to share with everybody about the opportunity because this is the deal, you guys. I believe this with all my heart. I don't believe there's anything else like this. I don't believe there's a comp plan like this. I've never seen so much generosity as in this company. In what was it, 4 months, earning 2 or 3 trips, and in 2.5 years, I've lost count how many trips. And the money doesn't buy happiness, but it buys choices. And I'm so thankful, especially at Christmas, to have all these choices for my family. And so I learned 3 things as I was going through the valley. And if you're in a wilderness, I want to share this with you. And if you're not, don't be. But you can still take this to heart. And the first thing I learned is to have a humble, coachable, teachable spirit. At my age, you guys, it was really, it was humbling. It was humbling to start over. It was humbling to feel like, look at all you beautiful young Barbies that have it together. I'm like, what is wrong with me? But God spoke to my heart and showed me that this is my new purpose. And He's called me to this for a purpose so much bigger than myself. And the only way to get there is to be humble and to be coachable and teachable. I mean, my daughter's my boss, for crying out loud. She's my boss and I'm the mama. But you guys, the Bible says that God is opposed to the proud and elevates the humble. And a humble spirit will go so far. Never stop learning and never stop growing. And I probably ask Marianne every day, what am I not doing? What do I need to do? What do I need to change? And then embrace this business, embrace the opportunity. And just as we all love the products, share the opportunity, you guys, because I loved what Autumn said, don't be a blessing blocker. And if we're prejudging people and saying they don't need this, they don't want this, we could be blocking the biggest blessing in the world. And we've been given such a gift. And you guys, there's so much time to share it. There's people right now trying to figure out how in the world they're going to buy gifts for their kids. And we have the answer. Are we sharing that with them? And Marianne always said to me, keep doing the work, Mom. You're going to see the results. Just keep on, keeping on. And so about that time when I was in the weeds, I made a decision. And I knew that God had called me to never doubt in the dark what He had shown me in the light. And I was in the dark, but He was showing me to keep on keeping on. And as I held those perfect 10s, I got into new networks. I met new people. I found new business builders. And it's like an explosion of momentum began to happen. You guys, momentum isn't magical. It's miraculous. But you, with God's help, can create it by doing the work. That's what Autumn did. And, you know, when she was going through her rank up and she'd be like, it's kind of slow, boom. She'd hold parties and then it was be an explosion. And that's what is so awesome, because this is not a post and pray kind of business. I'm so happy because I wouldn't be very far. My posts are not that great, but I'm doing it. But here's the deal. Everybody can hold a party. Everybody can hold a messenger party, can hold a sip and see, can get together with friends and sling some pink drinks. Everybody can do that. And in the process of doing that, we can share the opportunity. And so you guys, embrace this incredible opportunity. It's the holidays. We have the best gift to share with other people. The most generous comp plan ever. Be purpose driven, not excuse driven. When I was in my other business, I could write a book, and maybe I will one day, of excuses I could have had. When your daughter leaves home and runs off with a drug dealer, and that wasn't Marianne, and you don't ever know if you're going to see her again, and then you pray for a miracle, and she was in a near fatal car wreck, and she was brain injured. During that time, I was in qualification for the top leadership position in that business. And I kept going because all I could do was love my daughter, pray for my daughter, and trust God. And He worked a miracle, by the way, so many miracles, because Amy is now married to a pastor, and she went to Alaska with Marianne, and he saved her from the inside out. But what I'm saying to you is, I had all the excuses in the world to stop. We all do. If I ask you to make a list of every obstacle that you're dealing with right now, I bet I got more than you. Who would have any? Would you have any obstacles? But you guys, that's why we have such an amazing opportunity as Plexus, because guess what? We don't have to get in a car and drive anywhere. We can drink our coffee and be on our phone, and even our kiddos running around us. We can embrace this opportunity, and momentum will become miraculous. And so, ride the wave of other success when you're not feeling it, but it's all around you. Have you felt that? Because there's momentum all over the connectors, the collectors, the dream team. And if you're having a day where you're not feeling it, ride the wave of everybody around you and jump on the wave, because no one needs to be left behind. Everyone can have the abundance that this amazing opportunity has to offer. I feel like, you guys, at 71 years old, I'm living the dream of a lifetime. And I'm so thankful for this beautiful community and how you guys treat me like one of the girls, because I just want to be one of the girls, not the grandma. And I love you guys all so much. And I thank you again, Marianne and Trisha, for being my support this past month.
Well, I don't even know. I don't even know. Oh my gosh, you guys, let's end it with that. Ride this wave. Can you feel it? Like something is happening right now on this team. Ride it. We are all sideline sisters. So whether you're on Joanne's team or not, you need to take this momentum tonight and ride it, because it's truly going to be incredible. Autumn and Peggy, huge congratulations. Thank you for sharing. Mom, I love you so much. I can't talk too much because I'm going to cry. But I'm just so honored to lock arms with you guys, to work with you, to be in the trenches with you. It is incredible. So good night, you guys. We love you.
Hey, everybody. Bye.